So if you are seeing this video, I want you to be confident that the universe wants me to, share with you some deep knowledge about relationship, about your relationship that you don't know about. So today, based on popular demands by my friends, I've spoken to my friends about these things, but I feel like let me just share this with you guys. Let me make it. Let me just talk about it, to other people, to wider audience. So today, I'm starting this series called Relationship Reality Series, and on today's episode, it is going to be I'm going to this is going to be the episode one. I'll be talking about 10 signs a lady loves you for your wallet and not for your body. When I say a lady loves you for your wallet and not your body, you know, as a man, if you have not been with a girl that loves you for who you are, that is into you for what you are, like for who you are as a person, that really loves you for what you look like, she desires you, you know. Men that have been with ladies like that before, they really understand what I'm talking about. But if you've been with a girl that what she's with you just for what you can provide, bro, you're cooked. Honestly speaking, bro, you're cooked. Because in that kind of relationship, you can never pay finish. If you're paying for a relationship, you're being with a girl because of the resources you provide for her, the things you buy for her, they make her happy. She just wants that. Once those things are not coming in, there's going to be problem. That's where issues are going to start coming out. So I want you to look deep into that your relationship that you are with, that you are in now. If it is, long term, if it is whatever it is, if it is just a talking stage, I'll be giving you some of these tips to look out for, to know that okay, this girl I'm with, okay, is she rolling this way? Is she rolling this way? Or is she really in for me? Like, does she love me for who I am? So these are the 10 signs you need to look out for to know if she loves you for who you are or if she loves you for your resources, your wallet. Number one, she's all about your stability and not your sex appeal. When you notice that this girl that you've been going out with, she's always talking about how responsible you are, how caring you are, how much of a nice guy you are. She talks about the nice things you do for her. It is never about, she never compliments you on, she never compliments you on how you look. She never tells you that she feels desired by you. She doesn't tell you that you look handsome today. She doesn't compliment your look. She doesn't compliment your style, your dress. She's always just talking about how generous you are. She talks about, how caring you are. She says you're a nice man. Bro, when you start seeing these signs, just know that we are in a relationship with a girl that she's just in for the resources that you provide. That's just what she's after. She does not really love you for who you are. She doesn't care about you. She just cares about what you provide. You know, as a man, let me give you an instance. There are some, when that moment where you are looking at a girl and then you're thinking in your head, God, this girl is so beautiful. I want this girl badly. You know, you're so turned on. Just sometimes you just alone thinking about her turns you on. Women feel these things too. Do not be confused. Don't be confused, guy. Women feel these things too. When she doesn't feel like that for you, she feels it for another person. She's suppressing it she's suppressing it to show it for another person. She doesn't feel that way about you. And as a man, you cannot be with a girl that is just in for what you can provide. It doesn't make any sense. You doing the weightlifting, you providing for her, you doing this, you're making her happy, and she does not fully desire you. You cannot fully unlock her. You can't see her full potential. You cannot see, you know, that raw desire in her because she doesn't feel it for you. There might be another guy, it might be her ex, you know, it might be somebody else that she feels it for, not you. Why are you wasting time with such a lady? Fine, you love her, but she doesn't feel these things for you. She will never ever fully see her full side, like her big side, her sexual side. When it is just you, sometimes when you bring up sexual comments, When you just make some sexual remarks or you talk about sexual topics, she just brushes it off. She's like, let's just focus on what is going to bring bread. She's telling you that focus on what is going to bring bread. Okay, it's very fine to focus on that. It makes sense. But there are some times that you just want to enjoy, you know, just want to enjoy that side of your girl, and she's never showing you that. Just know that this girl, this is like one of the top signs to know that this girl is just in for what you can provide. And bro, I'll be telling you that you cannot afford to continue with a lady like that, because if she's not feeling that way for you, she's feeling it for another person, and you will just wasting your resources, my man. You know, I will tell you that when you see this kind of sign, in fact, run, bro. Like seriously, just run. Number two, the sex feels like a duty, not a desire. When you're in a relationship where your lady, she loves you, right? Fine, she loves you. She loves you with all of her heart, but her body is not screaming for you. Her body doesn't desire you. She does not, she doesn't behave or show certain behaviors to prove to you that her body desires you. She just tells you that she loves you from the bottom of her heart. She's not really showing you those raw desires. Her body is not screaming to you that she needs your attention. Just know that you're in a relationship with a girl that she's just in there for what you can provide, what your resources does for her, and not necessarily in there for you. You know. So when you're in a relationship with this girl and you notice that the sex feels like a duty, you know, it doesn't feel like a raw desire. When each time you guys are trying to do these things, it's just as if she's agreeing to it. She's just being reluctant, you know. She's just trying to say yes to make you feel happy, you know. It's not like her body really screams for your attention. You just know that you are cooked, bro. Like for real, you are in a cooked situation. You cannot continue with that kind of relationship. You know, some of you may need to experience these things. You need to be with a girl that really is in for you. Like this girl is giving you all of her. She's giving you everything, her attention, her body, her soul, everything. You know, for men or guys that have experienced this thing, they really understand the angle I'm coming from. But as a man, if you've not experienced this, you need to get out there and just go for ladies that can give you this. If you are not experiencing this or anything close to it in your current relationship, you need to reconsider. For guys that have been lucky to experience this kind of raw feelings from a girl, these raw emotions, these raw desires from a lady, they understand what I'm talking about. And as a man, you really cannot settle for less. You can't be out there doing the weightlifting, providing, and doing everything just to make her happy. And she's not giving you 100% of her. She's just there agreeing to, you know, because this is what most ladies can provide, and she's not giving you her 100% of it. So why will you settle for that? The third signs to look out for to know that this girl is after your wallet and not really for your body is to know that she dresses up for events and not you. When you guys are going out, she's always looking so good. Anytime you guys are going for an occasion, an event, a party, you know, it might not even be both of you. It might be whenever she's just going out alone. Sometimes she looks so good, so gorgeous, but it is not for you. She doesn't do these things maybe at home. She doesn't do it in bed sometimes. She doesn't think of ways and means to look good for you at home, in bed. You know, it's always when she's going out to the public, that is when she looks her best. You need to look out for this kind of signs to know that this girl is just in there for what you can provide. Her attention, her desires, her fantasies, they're outside. They are not for you. And as a man, keep repeating this thing. You can't be with that kind of girl. You have just one life. You need to be with a girl to, that really desires you for who you are, that wants to show you her best. You know, when you're with a girl that, you know, even sometimes videos she posts, she dresses so nice, so sexy, her clothes are so revealing. She posts them online. She doesn't even send them to your DM. She is her desires are outside, they are not for you. You know, when you see this kind of signs, you just know that, bro, you are in a cooked situation. The number four sign to look out for in this kind of situation is to know that you never see the raw lust. You know, you don't see that raw desire from her. In fact, you don't hear, she never just spontaneously out of nowhere just tear your clothes off, you know, and just desires you. You never hear things like, I'm sorry, babe, I just couldn't help myself. In fact, if you have not heard that sentence or word before in your relationship, I don't care if you've been in this relationship for like 10 years, 20 years, you've not heard something similar. You know, she hasn't done something similar. Just know that, bro, this girl doesn't desire you sexually. She's not sexually drawn to you. She's just managing you for the resources that you can provide. And that's just the raw fact. You know, she doesn't just wake up, like you don't wake up seeing this girl doing some nasty thing to you. You know, it's always just you initiating. You won't see her raw sexual energy from her. Just know that, bro, you're in a cooked situation, bro. I really need to get out and save yourself. Number five sign to know that this girl just desires, she loves your wallet and not you, is to know that, you know, her best sexual energies are elsewhere. Now, let me break that down. When you see that this girl you're with, when you guys are talking about, you know, a wide, when she talks about her wide experiences, you know, the things she has really done, and they don't even involve you, you are not part of it, you are not in the picture. You know, she talks about some wide memories, you know, she talks about some wide experiences, things she has done, some of her fantasies she has fulfilled, and you are not in the picture, you are not there. It might be some, it might be her ex, it might be one nice stand she did with someone she was sexually drawn to, you know, and these things they don't involve you. Just know that, bro, this girl is just in for what you can provide. She doesn't really desire you. She's not trying to give you her best, you know. Someone else that is enjoying her best, it might be her ex, someone else has enjoyed her best and is still might still enjoy her best. She is not reciprocating these energies to you. Just know that, bro, you need to be with it. You need to get out of that kind of relationship and be with somebody that really wants you for who you are and not for what you can provide. The seventh sign to look out for is that this girl is putting effort into pleasing you. You know, when you see that she's putting effort into pleasing you, you know, she just does small gestures, little gestures to show that she's still there. You know, she gives you wristwatch, buys you boxers, you know, buys you those little things just to show that, you know, she's there, she's not stingy, you know, and you are always the one making the big moves. You're the one doing a lot for her. You know, she just chips in one or two things to just, you know, show that she loves you and you're so happy at those barest minimum. Like, bro, you're so happy she's doing those barest minimum. You know, this girl is putting in effort to just please you, just to keep you going, you know, to keep the relationship going, to make you feel like she does loves you. You know, now I want you to look at it this way, you know, to know that this girl really loves you, challenge her. You know, when a girl loves you for who you are, not just what you're providing, what she's enjoying, she really wants you to grow. And she's not just happy that you're going. She's inside. She's putting her resources. You know, when she's putting her resources in your business, you know, when she's when there's this crazy idea you talked about and she's like, don't worry, we are going to do this together. She's putting her time, her effort, her resources into your ideas, into the things that that matters, you know, then you know that this girl is in there for you. She loves you for you. She wants to see you succeed, and she's part of it. She's not just at the background praising you to where you do all the heavy lifting, and she's just happy that she's in for the ride, she's enjoying the benefits and just chipping in some few gestures to let you feel that okay, yeah, and you are happy that she's doing those bare minimums for you. You know, when you notice that this girl is just doing bare minimums, she's not sitting down and planning, and not only just planning, she's executing with you. You know, when you're not seeing these signs, just know that this girl is not that into you. She's just there for the ride, for what you can provide, and you cannot afford to continue that, my bro. You just can't. You can't. The eighth sign to look out for is that her attraction is romantic and not sexual. Now, a lot of you confuse these two things, romantic and sexual. Romantic is different from sexual. The romantic attraction is when she feels is a kind of attraction that feels safe, secure, you know, loving, but there's no sexual attraction to it. They are completely different. Let me give you an instance. When she thinks about you and she's thinking, oh, he's such a nice man, he's such a caring man, he does this for me, he does that for me, he opens the door for me, he gives me, he buy me gifts, flowers. Those are romantic attractions. Now, a sexual attraction is when she thinks of you and immediately, instantly, she's getting wet. Her thinking of you, or her hearing your name, instantly get her turned on. Like, flips that switch. That is a sexual attraction. And you can't be with a girl that it is just only the romantic attractions she feels. She doesn't feel that sexual attraction. They both has to be there. If both are not there, then bro, just know that something is not right. You're not in the best relationship possible. The number nine sign to look out for is that you are the long-term guy, not the fun guy. Now, I'm going to break this down. When you are in a relationship with a girl where is always, you're both always, she's always planning with you the investments, the house, the kids, the long-term goals, they are all nice. These things are great in a relationship, but if she's not adding the fun side, like the sexual fantasies, the wide nights, you know, the crazy outings. She's not adding those things. She's not planning those things. She's not initiating those conversations with you. Just know that she's just there. Like this girl is just there. She doesn't desire you. She's just there for what you can provide. She's just there for the comfort. She doesn't really desire you, bro. You get. So if she's not planning these things with you, she's always just talking about your how to grow your finances, your investments. She's talking about the house, the car, the kids, you know, that you guys are going to have in the future. But she's not talking about the fun side. If there's no balance between it, she's always talking about just the long-term goals. And maybe you are the one even initiating the fun side, like you're the one initiating the sexual fantasies, and she's not really reciprocating. She's telling you that let's focus on the long term goals. Just know that she's just seeing you as someone that, as a long term guy, that a long term plan. There might be other guy that she's planning those short term goals, those fun activities with, you know, there might be, and it is not you. They might be, they might not be, but either way, it's not you and it can't be you because she's not sexually drawn to you and she doesn't see you that way. She sees you as a provider, someone that provides for her needs and nothing else. If you have made it to this part of the video, I am confident that you've been enjoying the wisdom I've been dishing out, you know, and for you to see more of this in the future, I want you to please subscribe, like this video, tell me what you think about it. Let's have a interaction. Let's discuss, talk about it. You can talk about it in the comment section. Yeah, so just let's interact. That's just basically it. Just interact and just tell me what you feel. Basically, the last sign to know that she loves your wallet and not your body is you need to really look out for this last sign. You know, you really need to look out for this last sign because it is crucial. The last sign is if sex is on your schedule, not hers. Now, if you notice that this girl you are with, anytime sex happens, it is because you want it. It is you that asks for it. It is you that demand for it. And even sometimes when you demand for it, you have to beg and beg and beg and try to please and try to convince her that you want this. You know, she's not she's not so willing to give you. Sometimes you have to beg for it. And sometimes you even have to make certain promises for her to, open up to you to that level. Just know that this girl does not really desire you. Like, I mean, that's a pointer. You're always begging, you're always, promising her you're going to do this, you're going to do that for her before she allows you. That's a huge sign that she doesn't really desire you. You know what it means that a lady desires you, that she really wants you, she will never ever allow you to beg. She'll never make you beg. Never. It's not going to happen for once. Never. If she really wants you that deep, like that deeply, she wants you that deeply, she is never going to make you beg. Never. You know? So if you notice that anytime sex happens, it's because you asked for it, or you begged for it, or you tried to convince her, or you promised for it, or and she never initiates. You also have to look out for that. If you notice that she never initiates, and on rare occasion that she initiates, it is because she's trying to make you happy. You notice that that is why she's doing it. She's making you happy. It's not because she desires you. There's a huge difference between she's initiating because she really desires you. You are going to see it. It's going to be very obvious. It's going to be in plain sight that she's initiating because she desires you. But if you see that she's initiating just to make you happy, just to keep the relationship going, just to make you feel like, okay, she's still there, she wants you, you're definitely going to know the difference. You're going to be able to tell the difference. So if you see all of these signs, just know that the girl is in for the bag, the resources you're providing, and not necessarily you. Just know that she's in for your resources. So if you've stayed to the end of the video, I'm going to say thank you for watching. I'm going to say this is a series. Watch out for the next episode and see you in the next video.